I was right. Things are a lot tougher now that we are in Serie A in the Brazilian leagues. And I think it's going to get even tougher as we go through the season. But the good news is we are still in the cup. And I'm really hoping that we can get a mid-table finish by the end of the season. Let's go and kick some balls. Hello and welcome back to Rocking All Over the Globe, Part 52, Club 4, here at Coritiba in Brazil. And looking at the table, I would say we are doing better than I expected. And as we know, it's going to be much harder as we are in Serie A now, and this is a different league that we are playing in to last season. But we are in 6th. We've played 8 and we have 10 points from our 8 games. I'm hoping that we will manage to get a mid-table finish. Who knows what's going to happen? We're not a very strong team compared to some of those around us, but we've got to try and be a little bit more consistent than we have been over recent weeks. The unfortunate thing about the position in the table that we are is we have played a few more games than the teams around us, and so there's every likelihood that given when they've played their games in hand, we're going to be more likely 9th or 10th. That will still be okay for our first season in Serie A. Today is a very, very big test. We will be playing the main club in Brazil as far as I'm concerned, which is Sao Paulo, and then we have a cup game. We're going to be playing the second leg of, I think, the 4th round of the Brazilian Cup, and we are playing against Avaí in the second leg. We have a narrow lead as we go into this home second leg, and hopefully we'll come through that and we'll get into the next round of the Brazilian Cup. So it is going to be a busy little episode with a couple of very tricky games to maneuver. And who knows what's going to happen. I really don't expect wins, but when wins come, then they are very, very welcome. We have won 3 of our games in the league. We've lost 4 and drawn 1, so wins are at a premium. I'd love to get 3 points against Sao Paulo, but I can't see it myself. But before we get into what's been happening both on and off the pitch since you were last with us, if you are brand new to the channel and you like FM content and you love to see people suffer playing this game, then why not hit that subscribe button, click the bell so that you'll be updated when future videos in the series are uploaded. And while you're there, drop us a like, because it's likes and comments that help the YouTube algorithm to push the video out to people who've not yet seen the channel. Your support is very much appreciated. And so let's go and have a look at what has happened on the pitch since you were last with us. And as I recall, when you were last with us, because it's been a while, you saw us play the Cup 3rd round second leg against Cascavel, and we managed to beat them by 2-0. And previous to that, we had beaten Grêmio by 1-0. Very narrow victories, but enough to give us 2 victories in that episode. We then went on to beat Chaera by 2-1 at home, and then unfortunately at home to Atlético Mineiro we lost by 4-1. We were absolutely hammered. And then we played Flamengo, and a narrow away 1-0 victory was to follow. We then went away to Grêmio in the Brazilian Serie A, and we beat them by 4-0. A very, very good victory that, before we played in the first leg of the Copa de Brazil 4th round, and we beat Avaí by 3-2. Avaí, who we have played before and we beat before. So all looks good, hopefully, for the second leg. We then played at home to America MG, and we lost by 3-1. It was a very tough game. We didn't play very well. And then finally, after that, we were home to RB Bragantino, and we lost at home by 1-0. And so that brings us to today's fixtures against Sao Paulo. Very, very difficult fixture. And then we will be playing against Avaí, as we said, in the cup. Let's hope that we can get maybe a point against Sao Paulo and then win in the cup second leg. We do only have one current injury. We have Chatin out. He is out with a hernia. He's expected to be out for another couple of weeks, but we do have cover up front, and so we should have a team that is capable of getting results. And in terms of the squad generally, there's a lot of players who are playing extremely well. And top of the pile is Max Alves, the attacking mid, who we brought in during the summer. And he is proving to be a pretty good player. He's played 3 times, has 2 goals and 2 assists, and has an average rating of 7.5. Behind him is Mike Candia, who has only played once but has an average rating of 7.4. And then Atuesta, probably my main man. He has 6 assists for his 7.36. Top of the pile in terms of goals scored is Perotti, 18 appearances, 10 goals and 1 assist, but only has an average rating of 6.98. Means he plays very well at times, but there are times where he just simply doesn't show up. Kardec is next in line. He has 9 goals and 5 assists, and then Kumalo has 9 goals and 2 assists. Carvalho has chipped in with 8 goals and no assists. He is a 17-year-old and looks like an extremely good prospect for the future. He is, however, wanted by a number of clubs, and look at the number of Premier League clubs who are sniffing around for this boy. And unfortunately, he does have a contract release clause. It's a minimum fee release clause of 1.4 million. We can expect him to be disappearing very, very soon to one of those Premier League clubs. That is how it is in Brazil. Your great wonder kids are going to be nicked. The boys you bring out of the youth system are going to be stolen by clubs in Europe. That's the way it is here in Brazil, but we've got to get the team ready for these 2 big games against Sao Paulo, and these are never going to be easy. We'll do our best. I'll go and get the team ready. Let's go and kick some balls. And so the team for today in this very tough fixture away at Sao Paulo is William in goal with Sasme, Dombrowski and Mustafa at the back. Heverton and Cipriano at the wing-back, and Atuesta, Morena in midfield. Alves, Kardec and Carvalho will play up front. We have lost Kumalo for a day or 2, and we have lost Maqueno for 6 or 7 weeks, so injuries keep coming, and hopefully it's not going to have too much of an effect on the team we've selected today. And I did have to stop the computer there for a little while as the skin readjusted itself, and I'm really not quite sure what's happened. I've had problems since the update, and they seem to be going on. And yeah, nobody's expecting anything from us today. They are a little bit tireder than we are, and I don't know if that will make a difference. It usually doesn't. But we're not expected to win. We're expected to be on the wrong side of a heavy defeat here. But hopefully we'll get something, maybe a point, maybe we can do something. We have had the first chance, the first shot on goal, but in terms of possession, we are not winning the possession battle at the moment. In the first 10 minutes or so, we've been pretty much the second best team, but we're doing okay, and we are restricting Sao Paulo, and we've had the second opportunity as we gain more and more possession and we get more comfortable in this game. And we do have a highlight, and here is Haverton. Haverton looks inside, finds Atuesta. Atuesta looks for Moreno. Moreno back to Dombrowski. We need big games from these players today. We've had a couple of very poor games and poor results where we haven't played very well. And here is Moreno in space, and we do have a chance, and we've scored, and Carvalho has put it into the back of the net, and we're a goal up at Sao Paulo. Wasn't expecting that. I'm still not expecting to win the game. But we've dominated the game as far as I can see, and we've restricted Sao Paulo from having an opportunity, and maybe we do deserve to be ahead. Cipriano fed Moreno, lovely cross, and Carvalho got in front of his man and guided it into the far post. It's a 0-0, and that was totally unexpected, but you can see with the match momentum how much we have dominated this game. The only problem I can see is we are not getting our shots on target. I would much prefer it to be nearer 50 or 60% than 25% on target, but we are at the moment the better team, and the fact that they were tired coming into this game possibly has made the difference. We ourselves are now tiring. It is a very, very busy season, this, and players are getting more and more tired. But as we come up to half time, we've pretty much dominated this, and we are ahead, and we deserve to be. All we need to do is worry about second half syndrome. Is it going to play a factor in this game? And I think I'm going to say I'm very pleased. We've created lots of chances and we should be ahead. I'd need Max Alves to start playing a little bit better. If he can start getting himself into the game, young boy again, we could possibly get something out of this. Even a draw would be a fantastic result. And still, Sao Paulo, as we come up to the 60-minute mark, have not created a chance. And we are still the better team as we go into the second half. A second goal would be absolutely fabulous at this point. I need to go and make a couple of changes. But we'll do it after this highlight because I don't want to interrupt the highlight. But we definitely need to get Atuesta off the pitch. In fact, I want to make 2 or 3 changes rather than just one. So we will wait till this highlight is done. But here comes Sao Paulo. Always going to be dangerous. There's a chance. Are they going to score? It's a good save, but they've scored. It's one highlight again for the opposition. That's all it takes. And unfortunate, but if you allow the opposition team to have a highlight, they will score. And that is what I've learned about FM24. You cannot afford to let the opposition have a highlight, otherwise they'll score. And we are 1-1 now, but we're still doing very, very well. Now I can go make my changes. And so I have made some changes, and one is for tactical reasons, 2 for tactical reasons, and 1 for tiredness. I'm looking at Haverton. He is also getting very, very tired. It's terrible that how we've dominated this game again, that we are still only 1-1. Being the better team, we just not put our chances away. It's even in terms of shots on target, but we have had the better chances and we should have been putting them away. But I think that we're going to now see Sao Paulo with another highlight and another goal. I do worry about this game because once they get a highlight, they will score. And they are looking very dangerous out on the right here. Can we stop this cross? Well tackled. And we have won the ball, so that doesn't count. But they've won the ball back. We're going to be in trouble here. And they've scored, and it's now 2-1. And the only thing I can do now is go attacking with 10 minutes left. This is just an unfortunate part of the game. And I really am struggling to watch these games because once the opposition have a highlight, you know they are going to score. And we've seen 2 highlights from them and 2 goals. And it doesn't matter. We'll have 10 highlights sometimes and won't score. And the game needs to address this because it's unpleasant to watch it. If you know what's going to happen, it becomes unpleasant. I'm going to make another couple of changes. And so we've made our final 2 changes. I'm just kind of hoping that the game will give us another highlight and another goal as well. We don't deserve to lose this game by any means. And I think we've been the better side overall. But like I said, this season I'm not expecting anything from these games. And unfortunately, when the game does this in terms of highlights, there's nothing you can do except suffer it. Once they get a highlight, you know they are going to score. If they miss one, you know they'll get the next one. And that is not how I like to enjoy football. We were unlucky. I don't want to say any more about the game. But we've lost that game, and that's the way it goes sometimes. And I don't know what else to do. We're just going to have to go through this season and accept that every highlight that happens is going to result in a goal for the opposition. And the next game up is going to be the cup match against Ave. Let's hope that we can get a green dot on the schedule here, because this is not looking very good at the moment. I'll go and get the team ready for the game against Ave, and we'll be right back. Let's go and kick some balls. And so here we go once again for this cup match. And I'm going to presume that the game is going to let me win this cup match. We've had 3 defeats now in the league. It probably will let me win this cup match. So we can probably be a little bit more cheerful during this game. And here is the team. We have William in goal with Sasme, Dombrowski, who has to play better than he did last time, Mustafa at the back with Flamenco, Riquelme as wing-backs, Atuesta and Candia, who I've had to promise that I will give him more game time. Camalo, Paraxides and Perotti will play up front instead of Carvalho. And Candia is lacking max sharpness. He's not been playing enough. He's just a squad player. He's complained, as these players always do. And so we've decided, give him some game time and let's see how he performs. He's not a very good player, but I can't afford to lose players in this manner. So we'll give him some game time, and the game is underway. And we do have a corner, which Riquelme will turn into the box, and it's well claimed by the goalkeeper. And so one of our highlights, as you can see, has resulted in not a goal. And what we want to avoid is the opposition having highlights like this, and here they come forward. We do have a slender 3-2 lead in this game, and nicely done, nice tackle, but they've won the ball back. And here come the Evi back into the game, and it's a highlight. And there's a chance it's hit the post. It's still not over yet. Can they get it into the box? It's to the far post. It's overhit. And there's a highlight for the opposition, which didn't result in a goal. It is about 66% overall. And that's good news that they've shown a highlight where they didn't score a goal. It's really nice to see that. We are actually not playing very well at the moment, and hopefully we can start to play better. I'm going to shout at the boys and demand more. We'll wait on that until the result of this corner. It's into the near post. It's headed out, and they are looking to break again, but it's going to be picked up by Praxedes. Kumalo has come back into the team today. I'm hoping that he will have a big game. Here's Atuesta bursting into the box, and it's a good save, and that is the second highlight we've had with no goal. And at the moment we're getting shots on target, we're just not putting them away again, and we need one of our forward players to step up and score some goals. We need to put pressure on them at the back as well, better than what we are doing at the moment, and they are able to play the ball out rather easily, and they do have their second highlight, and this one is the one that they will score from, as they've already missed with one. So they're going to score with the next one. If they don't score with the next one, it'll be a defeat for sure. But they are into the box, turns in the box, and there's the goal. And we knew they were going to score because they'd missed with one highlight before, and they were bound to score with this one. I'm going to go positive. I have to try something a little bit more attacking, because at the moment we just don't seem to be scoring goals, and possibly need to get players further up the pitch. And it was a wicked deflection that took it in. As you can tell, I'm not enjoying this game at the moment, and I think I'm really thinking of quitting playing it, because it is a real shambles at the moment. I've never seen a worse computer game in my life. The fact that they will never have more than 2 highlights without a goal is really getting to me now. And unfortunately, we're not even going to be allowed to win the cup game because we just can't get our shots on target enough. It's gone down. We're just not creating enough. We're just not playing well enough. I'm going to demand more from them. I'm going to berate them, actually. And we need to play better. It's not good enough. And here's another highlight, and this is a big worry as well. This is the third highlight. This should be a goal if the stats are to be believed. And just past the post. It was a good save. And that's 3 highlights, one goal. So they are close to a second goal now. They are close to winning this game now. As the ball comes into the box from the corner, it's picked up outside and it comes to nothing. And so at the moment, as you can tell, we're not very happy here as a manager here at Coritiba. I think I might want to move because things are going nowhere here with this club at the moment. And so I need to berate them. I'm far from pleased. Get your act together. Again, all the forwards are playing really badly. And yet we've had a 75% shots on target ratio. We've just got to do better. And we haven't had much of the play. I wonder if second half syndrome will actually work for us this time, as that's a poor pass, but it's just about found its man as Praxedes picks up the ball, finds Atuesta out to Flamenco, back all the way to Sasme, Flamenco, and that's a terrible pass, and we're just really not playing very well. But Candia, of all people, has put it in the back of the net. It's now 1-1. I did think that the game would give us this game, and I was quite surprised to go a goal behind. But this game may be just addressing itself now. What a dreadful error in the defence. 1-1. We're back in front overall on the tie. And of all people to score, Candia, who's just demanded that he get more playing time. We've given him a game. He's popped up and scored. What can you say about this game? And here we are. We do need to make some changes, though. And so we've made our changes, and I have noticed that whoever seems to be playing at left wing back for us, is always having a bad game. So I'm just going to put him on support now. Maybe he's getting caught too often up the pitch, so we'll just drag him back a bit as Perotti has lost the ball, but it's picked up by Candia. Candia bursting into the box, and he almost scores. But again, it's another highlight for us where we don't score. It doesn't seem to happen too often for the opposition, but it does for us. But can we get another one from this corner? It would be good to get a win here, and it would just cheer me up slightly as Boschilla finds Shiwao's just come on. He finds Mustafa at the far post, and the highlight suddenly comes to nothing before he's about to take his shot. We do have Paraxides, who's getting very tired, and probably we need to make our last changes before the end of the game now. And so we have made our final couple of changes. And really what I don't want to happen is this game goes to extra time. So we're going to go back to balance now and try and just control the game a little bit better from defence. We do have another corner, which Boschilla goes to the near post, and it is saved. And it does seem to happen a lot for us, a lot of saves and a lot of missed chances. But it doesn't, I know I'm sounding like a broken record, but this game is really annoying me at the moment. And I have a confession to make. I cannot watch the gameplay anymore. I just go and hit instant result now instead of playing the games, because I can't watch the silliness on the pitch. I'm forced to when I'm recording, and there's a chance that they've gone hit over the crossbar. It remains 1-1. I'll take a 1-1. And again, that was cut so suddenly from the goal kick. But I don't know what's happened in the update either. It's all messy at the moment. We've got through to the next round of the Cup. And at least we haven't lost our second match of the day here. And we don't know who we will get in the next round, but it will be the quarter-final. It's going to get tougher and tougher, of course. I'm going to play through until that quarter-final and probably come back for the second leg of that quarterfinal. We're not going to do anything in the league, so we'll focus on the Cup until the Cup is over. And that's it for this video. If you are brand new to the channel and you like FM content and you love to see people like me suffering playing this game, then you are definitely in the right place. Why not hit that subscribe button, click the bell, so you'll be updated when future misery is uploaded to the channel. And while you're there, hit that like button, because it's likes and comments that will help the YouTube algorithm to push the video out to people who've not yet had a chance to see us. I feel I really need to focus on tactic stuff now as we go into the second half of this FM24, and maybe do some rebuilds rather than having to watch the games, because it's becoming very, very difficult to watch gameplay in FM24. And all that remains to be said now is stay safe, take care, and we'll see you in the next video.